Okay, hello, those that are at home. This is the video for the measurement and conversion lab. So again, we're looking at making measurements and using the metric system and convert between units using the ruler, scale, and graduated cylinder. So the first step is to fill this in yourself. What is the length or SI unit used for measuring? What is it for length, mass, and volume? And this one is right below the metric ladder and the prefix symbols. So what is the kind of the 7 steps of the ladder? The mnemonic device is King Henry doesn't usually drink chocolate milk. So you need to write that and what powers of 10 that is. You can find that online somewhere. Okay, the first section is using a ruler or a meter stick to get these measurements in centimeters. So the first one is a diameter of a penny. So again, if you're at home, you're either writing this you're printing this out or writing this on your own piece of paper, and I think it actually is in Cami. So once I say the measurement, you need to put that in for this actual measurement. Okay, so here's our penny, right there. And then this side is the centimeter side. So let's look at it closely. Right there, it's about 1.8 centimeters. 1.80 centimeters. Okay, that's for the penny. And then that's what you put for that one. Okay, next to the height of the lab counter. So here's our lab. And measure it with the meter stick. So from the bottom, centimeters. And you can see right there, we got 84 centimeters, 84.0 centimeters. So that's for the second one. The width of a textbook. So next one, measure the width right here, 22.0 centimeters. Okay, the next one, a height of one person. I took my height, I was at 170 centimeters. No problem. Okay, now we're gonna move on to this section right here. So mass of a penny. So here we have our penny. We're gonna bring it over to the scale, turn it on. Wait for it for a second. Okay, there's the mass of a penny. 2.419 grams. It's all in grams. Okay, the next one says to mass of a pencil or pen, and then the empty graduated cylinder. So I'm going to do those two. So I'm going to zero this and put the pen on. And there you see the measurement. Graduated cylinder, empty one. There's a measurement. And then the next step, it says to put 10 milliliters of water. So I'm gonna measure out 10 milliliters of water. It's really down there at the bottom. A little bit less. Okay, so that is exactly 10 milliliters. Not very much, so we'll see the difference. So that's our new mass after 10 milliliters of water. Okay. So that's all the data for parts 3 and 4. The next one is to use a graduated cylinder to determine the volume of each of the following. So we have a test tube. So here's our test tube. And then I'm going to get some water. Get beaker to hold it. I can't hold the camera and stuff at the same time. Okay, so we're gonna fill this up. As much as possible. So it's leaning over, so hold this. Put this down. So I filled it up to the top, and I want to figure out what is the volume that that's holding. I spilled a little bit, but here we go. That test tube holds, I'm going to put it right here. About, there's 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, about 33.8 milliliters. Okay, so that was that one, and then a plastic spoon. So here's my plastic spoon. Let's see how much it holds. So we're gonna use a smaller thing. Again, this is a little tricky because I have to hold the camera at the same time. I'm gonna try to prop this up. Okay, so put some water in here. Pour in this little graduated cylinder. Of course, I spilled some. Okay, let's look at how much we have there. It's about, I spilled some, so I'm going to say about 5 milliliters. Okay, and then finally, the last for the data is a small plastic cup. So, small plastic cup is over here. Fill that small plastic cup and see how much it all the way to the top. A little bit more. Suppose. Okay, let's see how much it fills. How much the volume? It does say 50, but I went over that, so let's pour it into here. It's probably gonna be 60-ish. Okay, so it is 50, 60, 70, about 71.0. Okay, so that's all the data that you need for all these sections. Then sources of error that could happen, like again, I spilled, so that could be an error. And not using, maybe using a different size graduated cylinder, could be an error. Okay, the next one is looking at mass and volume, or the density. So you want to, the formula is density equals mass over volume. You're going to use from this section the mass you get here and this volume here to get that calculations. So you just plug in the mass and plug in the volume, divide. And this one right here, you're going to convert these units. So whatever you got here for the diameter of the penny, I don't know what it was, but whatever you got, you're going to put that number here. I'm going to give you an example, 1.9 centimeter. You want to convert it to kilometer. So thinking about the metric ladder, like centimeter to kilometer. Centimeter, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move the decimal 5 places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0.00019. Okay, so you have to do that, convert in the metric system for all those. Okay, so that's it.